A very warm welcome, everybody, to the drivers' press conference ahead of the FIA Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix. Two groups coming your way, as ever. Group 1, left of screen, we have Esteban Ocon. In the middle, we have World Championship leader Lando Norris. And right of screen, we have Franco Colapinto. A very warm welcome to you all. Warm welcome on a chilly day here in Vegas. Lando, let's start with you. 150 races not out. Time flies. Give us a highlight and a low light to start the press conference of the last 7 years of your life.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a big number. Matching DC for amount of races with McLaren as well. So it's not just races in Formula One. It's 150 with McLaren. So Qatar will be 151. So the most I don't know what the word would be, most racingest driver for McLaren, whatever it is. So that's cool. That's something I'm pretty proud of. It's quite an achievement. But yeah, 150 in F1, like it's my dream. It's been my dream since I was a kid. So to get that far, to get one is pretty incredible. With 150, time certainly flies. But I still remember Australia 2019. I still remember being on the grid there and the lights coming on and everything. So doesn't feel that long ago, but I don't know. Low light, it's tough to say. There's always tough moments in everyone's career. Don't know what that would be, but certainly, especially this year, the last couple of years for us as a team, Silverstone this year is probably my proudest achievement in terms of winning at home. It's the one race in my career that I would want to win is at home in Silverstone. So I would pick, Silverstone as just the proudest moment. My parents down there, the team, my fans, the grandstand, like that was a moment that really brought me back to my childhood, but also made me feel on top of the world for a few minutes. So that was certainly the best.
So if getting to Formula One was your childhood dream, it must be a dream to be leading the World Championship by 24 points with 3 races to go. Just how much are you enjoying the moment? I certainly am. Everyone knows my approach is still just one race at a time, and I'll treat it like that till the very end. So I'm enjoying the places I'm going. I'm enjoying the people I'm doing it with. I'm certainly enjoying every session, going out and obviously always trying to win. It's always sweeter when you end up on the podium or you can win the race. It's always a better feeling because that's what we all want. So it's been a good few races recently. And it is hard at times, I think, when you're fighting, you're in the position that we're in at the moment as a team, between Oscar and myself, to sometimes like step back and realize what you're doing. You're so just in the moment, in the headspace of what can I do next time out, what can I do in practice, quali, the race, whatever. You don't often step back and go, I'm in Formula One, I'm fighting for the championship, I'm traveling the world. Like you forget those things sometimes just because your mind is so buried in terms of what you're trying to achieve and trying to achieve it. So but the moments when you get reminded of it or you do take a step back, it's pretty insane because I'm lucky to be here and even lucky to get to fight for the positions that we're fighting for. So bringing it on to this weekend specifically, Vegas hasn't been very kind to McLaren the last couple of years. Are you confident that it'll go better this year?
Well, I have to be. Apparently, I'm not allowed to say we're not favourites anymore. So, I from the last 2 years, it's certainly been the hardest race of the year that we've had. So my expectations are not to the same level as Mexico, Brazil, where we've been performing very well for a good amount of years. But we've had an excellent year and we've improved in places that we've struggled in the past. So I'm certainly coming in with more confidence than in previous years. But not the same amount of confidence of going into the past 2 races that we've had. So you never know. Expectations are still high. I'm still coming here to win and to want to repeat the last 3 weekends that I've had, but I think it's going to be trickier for sure than the last couple.
All right, Lando, thank you for that. Franco, let's come to you quickly. Congratulations, 24 starts in Formula One. Look,
it's been a challenging season for Alpine this year, but the pace of the car in Sao Paulo was a little better, a little bit more competitive, and it was very competitive in Pierre's hands here last year. How confident are you that you can challenge for points?
Yeah, I think generally the car has been feeling a lot better. Brazil was a step in the right direction. I think Pierre did an excellent weekend and was very positive for the team to see the car back in points, to see the car back up there fighting for good positions. You know, having the pace to compete with our teams was very exciting to see. So I think here it's a track that is very different, very specific compared to previous races we've been at. This tarmac is very tricky as well, so you know, not really expecting anything amazing, but I think Pierre had a really good weekend here in 24, so it's looking good. I think we improved a lot compared to Mexico, to Austin, and we did some good steps in the right direction. So let's see where we are at. But yeah, of course, looking forward to the weekend here.
All right, good luck with that. Thank you. And Esteban, we'll come to you. Haas had a good run here last year. The team is in cracking form at the moment. The car is going very well. What do you think is possible for the team here in Vegas this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, since we've brought the upgrade, I think you know, the car has been coming into much better form since Austin, and you know, we've been able to get some good points as a team for those. So yeah, looking forward to see what we can achieve. Obviously, it is a weekend here that I really enjoy. I finished 4th here 2 years ago, so it was a good memory, and it is a one that brings opportunities. You know, a lot happens in turn 1. It's very difficult to get the tires up to temperature, so you can, you know, make the difference with that quite a bit. We don't know if it's going to be raining also at times, so that could be a first. I mean, there's a lot of things that will come into play, but I really look forward to see what this car can do here, and if we can get the same performance as the last races.
Esteban, thank you for that. Right, we're going to open this to the floor now. We will start with the broadcasters as ever, and David, please.
David Croft, Sky Sports F1. Lando, a question for you. Andrea Stella, I was chatting to recently, and he said that, yeah, he agrees with you, Vegas is going to be trickier, but there was something happened with your last stint here in the race last year that gave McLaren an indication of the way to go to improve their fortunes here. So what did you do in your last stint last year in Vegas, and what is the answer?
Yeah. Hello? There you go. What did I do? I don't know if I should say or not. It's huh? So, please do. All right. I mean, because we were so bad, I just ended up trying as much stuff as I could, you know. And it was more just actually, I'm not going to say. I'm fighting for a lot, so I want to reveal the least amount possible. But I think we were so bad, you just get to a point where you try a lot. I mean, it's probably not too difficult for people to figure out, but yeah, it's a long race, a lot of laps, and we were struggling consistently with the same thing. So I was just experimenting with a lot, experimenting with my driving, with driving styles, approaches to the car, which is not always easy. Trying to figure out how the car likes to get driven because it changes every weekend, and with the toys and things like that. So it was more, it took us to the end of the race, the final stint, to really try and figure out what was a bit better. We found pace, like even if you look at the race trace now, you can quite easily see the final stint from me was a lot more in line with Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes. I think Lewis's last stint last year was pretty incredible. So we're still quite a long way off what the Mercedes was, but we looked more raceable, let's say. It was just too little, too late. And so I think we've learned from that. Doesn't mean this year's going to be mega, but it's certainly given us a direction to go in. So it was more experimenting with different things, but I'm not going to tell you. So yeah, you can try figure it out.
All right, thank you. Next, Mara.
Mara San Giorgio, Sky Sport Italy. A question for Lando. We would like to enter a little bit more in the driver mentality. Are 24 and 49 points enough to feel the title is a little bit more in your control?
I don't know. I think because of the weekend that I had last time out, I don't know what the points swing was prior to Brazil and then post Brazil, or even if you say prior to Mexico and then post Brazil, it was a lot of points. And I feel like I've very much been on top of a lot of things the last few weekends, but it's a very difficult level to perform at all the time. And I have incredible drivers that I'm up against. So, you know, my expectation and for myself is to try and perform at the same level, but that's not always a guarantee. And I know that it can also just change very quickly, you know, whether it's because you get unlucky or whether you're not performing at the perfect level and the guys I'm up against can perform at that high level. Things can change very easily. So, of course, I feel maybe a little bit more in control, but at the same time, you're not in control of any of these situations, and I'm not thinking of it apart from just going out and taking one session at a time, maximizing FP1, then FP2, and as long as I treat it like that, it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm in a different position to what I was in Brazil. So from the exterior, it's clear that it looks that way, but inside, I think it's treated as completely normal and just keep going as I am.
Lando, talking of levels, do you think you're extracting more from the car of recent than you were earlier in the year?
It's hard not to do a better job than what I was doing at the beginning of the season. I certainly struggled at the beginning of the year, and you know we've changed some little things on the car that we think. Not all of them are even guarantees. You know, we've spoken about that in previous races and stuff, but you know, the things with the front suspension and steering, some of it is we think it's better, we think it's going to help us and help me, but it's not a guarantee. So, you know, that's helped at times, and even when we put it on, it wasn't like, oh, this feels way better. It was more like, we think it's better. If you don't feel anything, we'll just leave it on because we think it's better. But the rest of it is more up to me and just trying to figure it out myself and with the group of people that I have around me, my engineers, my full team. So I certainly feel like I'm doing a much better job. I certainly feel like I'm executing laps better in qualifying and performing very well in the races. Good starts, good restarts, all of that, the smaller things, let's say. So I'm definitely doing a better job, but it's not come without the work behind it all.
Okay, thanks for that. Next one. At the front, please. Yep.
Tom Slater, on Spain. Question for Lando. Lando, you were mentioning the last few races and how you're performing every time better, maybe, or considering what happened in Mexico and Brazil. What changed during summer break? Did something click before Zandvoort or after Zandvoort, maybe, to see you performing at this level?
I mean, I would love to say yes, but it's not. You know, it's. No, it's just a constant amount of work that I do with my team to always keep finding little things. You know, it's not like I've gone out, I'm like, this is how the car needs to be driven. I still struggle now, like one weekend to the next it changes. Mexico, Austin, completely different feelings. To Brazil, again, completely different feelings. So, you know, it's not like you figure it out and then everything's easy. I still, every weekend, just have to adapt a lot to how the car wants to be driven. But there was never one thing. It's just a lot of things that I've been doing on the simulator. I've been spending time with my team on trying to figure out and adapt to having better procedures of working through in FP1, FP2, FP3 to try and understand more about the car and understand the way it needs to be driven. So I've just, had to step up more than ever in terms of my work ethic, my understanding of all of these things, get more out of the people around me, and them get more out of me at the same time, and just work more than I ever have them before in a way. So no magic thing, just work away from the track.
Okay, thanks. Next, Rach.
Sorry, Esteban and Franco. It's for Lando. Lando, can you tell me, has your relationship with Oscar changed at all during this season? We used to see a lot of videos from the team of the two of you having fun and chatting. Have you noticed your relationship change at all? Do you spend more time on your own, each of you, as this battle has intensified?
No, I think the reason you see less videos is because we both asked to do less videos. We're racing drivers. We want to come and drive, not make videos for social media. So, yeah, that's our request as drivers. But we still get made to do plenty. Otherwise, it's still, it's still the same. And I'm very happy. I think we both are happy that that's how it is. It's not because that's just how it is. It's because we both, I think, have a lot of respect for one another, and we both understand the position that we're in. And we both, treat the world of driving versus just personally what we're like away from the track quite differently. That's how I've always been. I feel like I've always gone on well with my teammates since go-karting. I've always wanted to, because it just makes my life more fun, more enjoyable, and that's also why I'm here. It's because I love what I do, so the more I can do that, the better. But we still just very much understand that we're here. We work for McLaren. We want the best for the team. We work very hard, and as drivers always do, you try and maximize your own performance more than anything. But then when we step out the car, we can still have a joke. We still have laughs in our debriefs, and we still enjoy everything away from the track. So no, I think it's still better than ever in many ways. I think we're still very different people. He's very just calm, down to earth, very relaxed, always looks, just cool. And that's something I also admire quite a bit, is as how just plain sailing he is with a lot of things. It's a good attribute to have. Always hard to read what mood he's in. But and I think probably for me, you see more visually kind of the moods I'm in. But otherwise, it's not like we go play golf together and do things like I have done with Carlos, say. Daniel I didn't play golf with, but we're still different people, but in terms of relationship, we get along well, we still work together well, and I think it's still better than it's ever been.